Hey folks, before we get into this video, I wanted to explain something really quick. In the beginning of this video, I did go over here and I raided this ocean monument. The only reason I went in there and raided it was so that I can get sponges for the project that I'm going to show you, which is over there. Wanted to let you know you do not need sponges for this. Unfortunately, that part of this video became a little hard to watch. It's kind of long and uneventful. But I just wanted to let you know that for today's project, you do not need sponges. You can accomplish the exact same thing simply by placing blocks and then removing them to remove the water sources. So, with that out of the way, on with the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another day in my Minecraft world. Wait till you see what I have done with the Ultra XP farm. This is amazing and probably one of my favorite projects to date. Check this out. Over here, I closed everything in, and over here is where everything is. I didn't move anything, it's all still here. But over here, look at this, folks. Look at this grand hall here. What I did was I rebuilt the outside of the mountain, but just the shell of it. So that way the farm is inside, except for over there. It sticks out through the top, and I love the way that it looks. You can see that some of the light comes in through the top, and it is amazing looking. That is so grand. I've got all these lights hitting up. And when I lit up the area, I used some dark oak fences to make all of this lighting. The reason that I went for all of this type of lighting was because of this area over here. What I'm reminded of when I see this is there was, I forget if it was Oblivion or if it was Skyrim, but there was this one place, I think it was called it was like a pirate's cove. It was basically like the inside of a mountain, kind of like this, and there was a ship's port on the inside where the pirate ships came in to unload all of their stuff. So I continued with the theme and I went this way. It looks kind of like a port almost, like there's the port and then this would be like the land where all the shops would be. So I think that when I do finally get to actually decorating this place, I think that that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for like a pirate port theme type thing. Over here, nothing really much has changed. Everything is pretty much the same. We've got a million spiders going on over here, a truckload of skeletons going on over here, and the XP that this thing gives off is amazing. Here it comes. So you can see it gives off a lot of experience. So I was thinking maybe like over here we'll build something that looks like kind of like a ship's port, I guess. And then over here we could put an enchanting area. And then maybe we could move some villagers over here and make like a villager trading hall in here. Maybe make a loft up here. We could have our villagers up there where they have the little trading booths. I thought that would be so cool. Let me show you what this looks like from the outside. So here's what it looks like from the outside. This pretty much blends in with the rest of the mountain area. You can see the skeleton transport system from the outside sticking up through the thing. It looks awesome. I love it. Kind of reminds me of something like you would see like with the ancient dwarven cities in Skyrim and like, you know, the Elder Scrolls games would look like, where like there's steam pipes sticking through. But I am in love with this. This is probably going to be one of my new favorite places. I could actually even see myself moving into this area, like putting storage over there or inside where the cave where I blew it up. Something. I think it would look really, really cool. But for now, I'm going to go back to the main area, and we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the rest of this video. Check it out, folks. We got 2 of my birds back. Remember, like, probably about 4 or 5 videos ago, when we went and explored that area there, all the way down there. I told you I had befriended a bunch of birds, and I lost them all because I went out of range from them. Well, the project that we are doing, we are making a drowned farm. And one of the things I needed was turtle eggs. And I only had 2, but I need 4. So I just had to hop on the boat and boat around here a little bit. And I got down to here when I found an area where there were more than 1 turtles. And once I got there, all 5 of my birds reappeared. So I was like, oh yeah, my birds. But only 2 of them were able to follow me back. They sat on my shoulder the entire boat ride back here, and then they just flew behind me when I all the way back to the base. So one day I'll get back down there and I will get the other 3 and bring them back, but that's not today. Today, the drowned farm that I'm gonna be making, we're gonna be making it actually right here. And that means it's time to take our trident and go ahead and put our enchantments on it. 36 levels, not a problem with our new farm. We're putting Mending, Unbreaking 3, Impaling 4, Channeling, and Loyalty 3. Check that out. That is an amazing trident. Sweet. Never used a trident before. This is going to be good. Now, according to the guide, this is all the stuff that we're going to be needing. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description because he has a list of everything that you're going to need. If I forget, call me out on it and I'll be sure to add it. But this is all the stuff that we're going to be needing. I have more turtle eggs than needed, but that's just in case we step on any and break them. Alright, I got the right map. I'm going to head on over to where the area is. You need a deep ocean, and there just so happens to be one right over here. So I'm going to head over there, and I'll meet you guys over there. Alright, so here we are. This is our deep ocean. And I put up this little area here, and in the chest, this is everything that we're going to need. So to start out with, we're going to need glass and our blocks, whichever blocks you chose to make it look pretty. It's just going to be under the ocean, so it doesn't really have to be pretty. And you do need a deep ocean, the video says. This is ocean. Somewhere right around here is deep ocean. Okay, so right here is our deep ocean. I'm going to move that stuff over here so it's a little bit closer. You can see how close it is to our base. And the zombie farm is right over there. So this is a very small area for a deep ocean. I don't know why it's so small, but it is. And we're going to start with our glass. Now, night vision and water breathing is very handy for this, so I would highly recommend it. But you guys know I don't have access to that stuff yet, no blaze rods. So we're just going to do it this way. We're going to clear out a little bit of a flat area. It doesn't need to be huge, just a flat area. Alright folks, we are back. I moved everything from there over to here. I went back to the base. I got a few more resources and some things to work with. I got some doors to put down some air down there and some extra glass. And I made this walkway over to where we are working. And so that I can see better, I dropped some sea lanterns. We've collected them from exploring, and now I can actually see a little bit better on what I'm doing. So, let me show you what we've got so far. You're going to start with glass, and you're going to make a 5x5 platform like this, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to go 2 blocks above that, and build a wall that is 2 wide. Oh, look at that. See? You know we're in the deep ocean because dudes are already spawning. So we're going to continue our 2 high wall all the way around, and then you can get rid of your temporary blocks. Whoop, almost forgot. Gotta put the door down. There we go. Now I don't have to keep going back up to the surface to get air. Now we are going to take our obsidian and we are going to make portals on all 4 sides. And they're going to be 3 blocks wide. So you can use just a regular block on the corners here if you want to, but I like to flex a little bit. They're going to be 3 tall. Like that. You're going to make these all the way on all 4 sides. And you should end up with something that looks similar to this, unless you went and made, the corners. You didn't use obsidian for the corners. But now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some blocks and we're going to build walls on the inside. We're going to be putting backings on the portals so that you can go through the front but not come out the back. Then you're just going to simply go ahead and cover up the top. Just like that. So this is how we're looking so far. Now we're going to go down here and we're going to grab our fence gates and our trapdoors. On the corners is where we place our fence gates. So that's our 8 fence gates. Then in between them, you're going to want to place your trapdoors. So one there and there. Just like that. So it should look like that, and you do that on all 4 sides. Now this is the part where we need our freshly dried sponges, or you could use blocks like sand or something like that just to fill it in. But we are going to use our sponges here like that, and now the entire inside is drying out, except for over there. And just like that, the entire area is now dry on the inside. Now, this is where we want to grab our turtle eggs, and we want 4 of them in here, 1 on each center block. And this is actually what's going to draw the drowned in. And there's someone already trying to take me out. Don't step on the eggs. You do not want to step on the eggs. Now you want to grab your observers, note blocks, pistons, and some blocks. You're going to need some temporary blocks. What we want right now is we want 3 blocks going across here on the outside. So temporary one here. 3 blocks like that. Now you want some more temporary blocks right here. Those ones are just temporary. Grab your observers, put them on the temporary blocks just like this, so that way they're facing in. Now you want to take 3 building blocks, and you want to put them right on the back of the observers like that. Then you want to take your note blocks, place them just like that. And you want to come in here, you can go ahead and take out your temporary blocks that are in here, just so that way you can get in here. And you want to take your pistons, and you want them facing in. So crouch and click. Now you have your pistons facing inward. You could also remove this block as well. So you should have a setup that looks just like this. 3 blocks on the outside of the portal, 3 observers, 3 blocks, 3 pistons, 3 note blocks. Now once you have that, you want to go around and you want to do the exact same thing on all 4 sides. So now that you have a contraption like this on all 4 sides, you're going to put corners on it right here, right next to the observers, on all 4 sides, like this. Then you're going to come in here with either your sponges or your temporary blocks. You're going to dry out the area that's in here. The pistons are going to move because the blocks are updating, but you need to get it dried out in here. So once you have all of that done, you're going to take your string, and you're going to put it right in between, right in front of the observers, on all 4 sides. Then once you have your strings in place, now we can go ahead and start placing our soul sand. You only need 3 per side, and you want them right underneath of the portal. Now this is also where you want to start being careful, because once you put the soul sand in, you see the bubbles? Now these are bubble columns. If you get stuck in there, you're going to go up in there, hit the string, your pistons are going to push you in, and you're never going to be able to get out. You're going to have to break your way out. So don't get stuck in there. Now you want to go ahead and grab your flint and steel and start lighting up these portals. But just be careful that you do not get sucked in. Just like that. Hit the thing that makes you go up so that you're stuck on the roof there, and just go close enough till you just get the thing to click. Like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come to the top of your construct here, and you are going to note the Y level. So hit F3. And right now it's Y level 44. We need to go up 157 blocks. So you can either do the math, or what I did was I took scaffolding and 2 stacks plus 69. That is 157. So you can do this with blocks as well. I finally made myself some scaffolding, and I am loving this stuff. It is so much easier to use. This is what I used when I did the inside of the super spawner over in the Mesa biome. Now you want to go all the way up to the top, or if you're built with blocks, you're already up top. and you're gonna build yourself an AFK area. Wow, this is the highest I have been in the world so far. Even higher up than the creeper farm. We can see all of our stuff from up here. Look, you can see the entire base is loaded down there. There's no creatures spawned in because we're too far away, but... And there's our zombie farm. This is an awesome view. So, like I said, we're going to build an AFK area here. What I like to do is I just like to build a little enclosure so you can come up, one block so you can hop off, and then you can go ahead and see everywhere. I ran out of glass, so we went with mossy cobblestone. Nothing wrong with that either, though. Okay, now that all of that is completed, you want to come to some nearby land, or like an island or anything. You can make one, but just be warned, we are going into the nether, and whatever you create, the portal on the other side might spawn in, like, you know, mid-air or somewhere quite that's kind of dangerous. So we're gonna go ahead and make ourselves a portal now. I didn't bring enough obsidian for a full-size portal. So now we need to light that portal and we need to go over to the nether. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab everything that is in this chest. Well, things that I'm definitely gonna need. Like, we're done with the turtle shells. You should, if you only got 4, then, you know, you shouldn't have any extra. The buckets. Flint and steel, we definitely need that so we can light up our portal. I'm going to bring this sand just in case as a filler, no doors. Okay, so that's everything. So now go ahead and light your portal. Okay, so now that you've got your portal created, you want to hit F3, and these blocks on the bottom here, you want to look at the left side of the screen, targeted block. You want to write those numbers down. I'll let you make sure you write them down accurately as well, because for the past, like, about an hour or so, I've been trying to get this right, and that's when I realized, see, it's negative 390, 63, 417. I wrote down negative 39. And that's where my entire problem was, one little digit. So make sure you write down the number correctly, and then hop through the portal. Now that we're on this side, you want to go ahead and destroy this portal. You can go ahead and tear it all the way down if you'd like to collect the obsidian. That's actually how I got all of this obsidian. If you look at my hotbar, there's 47. And when I built the portal in the overworld, I was missing 2. So that's how I got 47, building and destroying portals, trying to get this right. Okay, so now that your portal has been destroyed, you want to go ahead and take those numbers that you wrote down, and the first one and the last one, you want to divide those by 8. The reason you want to divide those by 8 is because 8 blocks in here is equal to 8 blocks in the overworld, and you need to move this portal over to where, I don't exactly know how it's going to link up, but you need to move this portal over to the exact overworld locations as the other one, so that way they link up. Now this is going to be particularly dangerous. My numbers are minus 48, 63, 52. So 52 in the Z direction, that's these 2 blocks here. This one's 53, that one's 50. This one here is 52. Then my X is minus 48. That's this direction. Oh boy. Nope, nope, nope. I know that noise. See how dangerous this would have been? Oh, there it is. Down there. We don't need you. So I would have had to build a bridge from here all the way over and then built a portal on right above the lava ocean. So what I'm going to do though, however, your Y level, that's your height, your up and down, that doesn't matter. See right now it says 67. If I jump up and down it goes to 68. All of my other nether portals for my transportation systems are on level 116. So if I just take this block and I go up to 116, woo. Get lost. So if I just take this block and I go up to level 116, that'll put me up into the ceiling and then I can just tunnel over, which would be perfect. And then from there I can just make a tunnel from there over to my other portal, my nether hub. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. So, okay, so now we are straight up. So we're still on Z52. Need to go down 1 because I want to make sure I'm on 16. It's the same level as all my other ones. And now I need to go this way until I hit negative 48. Okay, so targeted block 48 right here. This one. So these two here, that's where I want the base of my nether portal. So now I can go ahead and clear this area out a little bit. Watching someone do a tutorial like that is a lot easier than actually doing it. Because that person has already done it and perfected it to the point where he can teach others. There we go. Now if we light this, now we need to go through, and this should link up with the one that we put down on the beach. Oh, look at that. Lined up perfectly. That's exactly what we wanted. It's nighttime. No mobs. Sleep. Now that we're back in the overworld, we need to go over to our construct that we built down here. Using F3 again, we're going to take a look at our location for these. And we're going to write them down as well. Now that you have those numbers, you're going to go back into the nether. Then do the exact same thing. Divide those numbers by 8. And that's where you're going to make another portal. Okay, so I have located the coordinates. These two blocks are going to be the bottom of the portal. It should be really close to right here. So this right here, if we go through here, that puts us out on the island. And if we put a portal here, this is where the drowned are going to come out. Now, he says in the video to go ahead and put the portal down and then make a little room, you know, this size by this size. But I have a little bit of an issue with that because what we need is the drowned are going to come through and they're just kind of like fall out. But I don't know which side. Okay, so I tossed a piece of scaffolding through the portal and it came out on this side. So this is the side that the drowned are going to come out from. So next what he wants us to do is build a 2x6 hole in the ground in front of the portal. So that's 2 wide, 6 long, and 2 deep. From the base of the portal, so underneath here. So we need to go down one more. Just like this. We have 2 under the base. So now that we have our little trench dug out here, we want to go to the center on the opposite side of the portal. 1, 2, so here, and here. We're going to place down our double chest. Then, we're going to grab our hoppers. And we're going to put all of these hoppers so that they are going into the chest. So just like that, you should have all 12 of the hoppers in here. Now, you want to go ahead and dig yourself a way of accessing the chest. Okay, so here's what I did. I just dug out a room 6 wide, and I think it was like 6 back or something like that. Now we do want to close this up. We don't want to make sure that nothing can get through. Want to leave a gap here so that way we can go ahead and swing in. Now I'm also going to go ahead and remove that, and then I'm going to replace down the chests so that way they're facing this way. Now what he wants you to do is take the trapdoors that you made earlier, place them up here. So that way you can get in here and swing away. And you can see here that the hoppers are working, everything's going into this chest, and supposedly that's it. It's basically done. So I'm gonna go ahead and light this I'm gonna open it up a little bit more, and I'm gonna light it up, and then I'm gonna make a way up and down to get into from our nether hub. Just to make it look a little bit more presentable. Nothing too fancy. And then I'll bring you back on and show you what we got. Alright, here it is. See, nothing too super fancy. Got some nether bricks and some iron bars. I wanted to put something behind there to shine through, but I thought that was going a little bit too far. But just some simple decorations. Once I've got all the nautilus shells I need, I probably won't come back here very often, if at all. So let me go over real quick how this works. So what happens is we go all the way up to our AFK platform, which I still think is a little too high. I think it should be 120 above that, not 150. So we go up there and we AFK. Down here, the drowned will spawn. They'll see the turtle eggs. They can see them within a 23 block area. They're going to want to get to the turtle eggs to break them. But once they go through, the bubble column will shoot them up. And the strings will trigger everything, and the pistons will push them into the portal. And after we're done AFKing for a little while, we come back down, come this way, and I made this little thing here, and we come into here, and then this is where they all end up. We take out our looting 3 sweeping edge sword, and we take them all out. Hoppers pick everything up, and they drop into the chest. Then, when we are all finished, we climb up here, we go down a corridor or two, and we're back at our nether hub, so we can get right back to our base. So let's run a quick test and see and make sure that everything in here functions properly. Let's go ahead and we'll throw a torch in there. Like that got shot through the portal, and if everything works properly, it should be in there. Unless it's on the edge of the portal. Let's go take a look. Yep, there it is. See, it's right there on the edge of the portal. Not a big deal because it's just a torch. The drowned will fall the rest of the way in. Now what I'm going to do before I do an AFK session is I'm going to go ahead and clear out some of this nonsense. Drowned can see the turtle eggs from 23 blocks away. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and I'm going to make sure that everything is clear, because like even this, and all the kelp, that's all taking up spaces where drowned can spawn. So I'm going to head and flatten this out in a 23 block radius, and then I'll come back and we'll do a 1 hour and we'll see what happens. Alright, so here's what's going on. See this little wall right here? That is actually where the deep ocean is. This is a deep ocean variant because that's where these guys like to spawn in deep oceans. And I found this place and I thought this would be great because it's so close to the base. Well, it turns out it's not that big. It's just this little weird jaggedy area. I went around with the F3 button and I boarded off the entire deep ocean area. I spent a lot of hours going around and I cleared out an entire square 23 blocks away from the turtle eggs, because that's how far the drowned can see them from. But it turns out that all that was not necessary. But it's all set up. One thing that I did notice, I did do some AFKing, and I did get the height wrong. It's not 157, it's 115. So from the top of your construct, 115 up, and build yourself a little AFK area. Also, one thing I did notice, I was AFK. I AFK for about 20 minutes just to see what would happen. Not a whole lot did happen until I realized it's not in his video, but I looked at a couple other videos, and other people were putting a torch in the center of this. So that's what I did. I guess maybe it makes the turtle eggs easier to see to the spawn. I don't know. Also, I had some sea lanterns around here, and I looked it up, and the drowned spawn in light levels of 7 and below, so I removed them. And when that didn't work, that's when I started looking around, and that's when I found the whole torch in the middle thing. This area here, I had to build up a little bit of a perimeter. I had a couple of issues. While I was AFKing, a lot of mobs were spawning around here, so I put up all these torches. Well, that still wasn't enough. They were spawning outside of the torched area, and they were wandering around and finding their way over here somehow. I got over here, and I slept, and when I woke up, they weren't there before, but there were 2 creepers right around in this area. They weren't there when I went to sleep. When I woke up, I heard the telltale hissing sound, and kaboom, boom, they both went off and blew some stuff up. Then I came through the portal to see if there was anything going on, and there were 2 creepers in here. And somehow I must have forgotten to close this off because they wandered back that way. So when I came out of the portal, I came out on this side, and I didn't think nothing of it, so I casually turned and walked, and I heard the hissing sound, and again, explosions. So I had a lot to fix down here also. And then that's when I went ahead and put up the fence. So I also put this here to make sure that I only go in from this side, and I don't accidentally go in this way, because if I go in this way, then I come out against the wall, but if I go in this way, I come out facing down the stairs. So I can just come through and real quickly run down the stairs, and there's no chance of any creepy crawlies on the nether side. So, I've got this going, and I have had a good amount of drowned spawning in here. Like, as I'm working around, they kept spawning. So I'm going to go ahead and climb up here, and I'm going to AFK. Now, there's not huge spawn rates. I guess just because the drowned just naturally don't spawn that much here. So it is quite late. It's actually midnight, so I'm going to AFK up here overnight. And I will catch you guys in the morning, and we'll see what kind of stuff we have. And hopefully we'll have enough nautilus shells to build a conduit, so we can go over to the ocean monument and do some work over there. Good morning, everyone. It is 6 hours later, and as you can see, we are experiencing a bit of lag. So we do have a small amount of lag, but I'm hoping that means we have a lot of drowned in here, so let's find out. Oh boy. You can hear it already. Oh my. That's a lot of drowned. Oh my. That was fun. I hope we got any nautilus shells. That's the whole purpose of this. 5 nautilus shells. It's still coming in though. So let's just give that a minute to catch up, and we'll check back when it's in. Alright, I think it's been long enough. Let's check the tally. 6 nautilus shells. That's, I was kind of hoping for more, but what can you do? Got some raw cod, we can give that to the cats. Can breed some more cats, got some rotten flesh, we can trade that. But not too bad, not too bad. Alright, gave the world a reload, and now everything is running smooth again. We do have some shells in here from running around. 9, I believe that is just enough. So let's run back to the base real quick and see if we can get our conduit going, because that was the whole purpose of this entire thing anyway. Hours and hours just for a couple of nautilus shells. There we go, conduit with 1 nautilus shell to spare. A couple more AFK sessions like that, and we might be able to make more than 1. So overall, not too terrible. Could have gone a little bit better, but I'm satisfied for now. So I'm trying to put stuff away and get a little organized, and it's starting to get really, really tough to actually do that. There is stuff everywhere, not to mention stuff in all of the remote bases, like all the little spawners and things. There are chests with large quantities of things in them. So I think it's finally time to start getting a storage system together. So I think we're going to concentrate on that next video. We're going to build a nice big storage area. I'd like to put it over there and make like an auto sorter. So like, you know, that there's one chest I can come over, dump all my stuff into, and it'll automatically go into chests. I think putting that right along this wall right here would be really good, because over there is where the house is going to be. So I think over here, close by, plus it's close enough. This is active. The slime farm is active, and this might even be getting a little bit here and there too. I don't know, but maybe we can connect them all. We can get this and that. We can get it all connected up into this automatic sorter. I think that'd be a pretty cool project. Yeah, so we'll do that next time. Next time is automatic storage. So until next time, den out.